I am just hitting start on our webinar. Hello, hello, and welcome everyone, Travel Week readers. My name is Candice, and I am your Travel Week host for today's webinar. We also have the lovely Jennifer Bond here with CIE Tours, and I am so excited to listen in on today's webinar. I know there is going to be lots of great information shared and lots to learn. So I'll be passing the floor over in just a minute. Before I do, there is a few notes of housekeeping. Number one, we have a prize attached to today's webinar. It is a $50 Amazon gift card. Yes. So to be eligible for that prize, all you have to do is stay through to the very end of today's webinar, and you will automatically be entered in a draw to win. Stay tuned for the prize winner announcement. That will come in a follow-up email after today's webinar is over within a few business days. Okay, also questions. If you have any questions during today's webinar, please feel free to post them in the Q&A box you see at the bottom. I will come back on at the very end of today's webinar to ask any questions that you have for Jennifer on your behalf. So please don't be shy. Use this time to get your questions answered, and Jennifer will be here for you to help you with those CIE Tours bookings. So yes. Thank you for that. And that is all our housekeeping today. So without further ado, I am excited to pass the floor over to Jennifer. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you at the end of the show. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be here today. So let's have a little chat today. Thank you all for showing up and attending. I know that our lives and our time in the office or sitting behind our laptop is short and precious. So I will make this nice and quick and brief and informative, and let you, absorb all of this and then get back to your busy day. So obviously, I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about CIE Tours. I'm sure that there's a few of you who have seen me kicking around for the last few years. So hello to all of you. I am Jennifer Bond. I take care of, I call it all things CIE Tours here in the Canadian market. I am a one-man show for now, certainly not forever, but so if there's anything that you need or require in regards to sales, in regards to marketing, if you have any questions, or if you just need to call me up and have a chat about it, please feel free to do so. I can't say I'm constantly available, but I will always make time for you. So let's talk about a few things in regards to CIE Tours. Now, for those of you who are familiar with CIE Tours and the CIE Tours product and have sold us in the past, I really appreciate that. And I really thank you for your continued support. For those of you who are maybe new to CIE Tours, absolutely, we will go through who we are and what we do. Now, I'm really hoping that I've created a webinar today that kind of, even if you are a very seasoned professional and have sold us lots, maybe you will find a couple of things in this that you can get out of it. And if you're new to CIE Tours, if you can just have a couple of takeaways so that you'll remember us the next time that your client makes inquiry for one of our destinations. So there's the top 10 reasons. I am certainly not going to go through every single one of those. I thought I'd put that there just so you could have a quick peek. But here's where we really sort of stand apart from the competition. So CIE Tours difference. Well, first of all, we are an Irish company. We are Irish roots. We've been in business for 92 years and have been offering tours of Ireland since during that time. And also we also do offer Britain. So of course, Northern Ireland, as well as England, Scotland, and Wales. In 2018, we decided to expand into Iceland and Italy. And I'm sure you're probably saying, why Iceland and Italy? And it was really, we wanted to choose destinations that were obviously very good sellers. And the reason why we did that was because we were having past guests saying, okay, well, I've traveled with you, I've gone to all your destinations, what else is there? We are still very much a niche provider. We are not going to ever be, a global guided vacation company with, 175 tours across 45 different countries. We will only ever have expansion as we move forward into countries that make sense, and we will always be slow growth. So sneak peek for you towards the end of the webinar, we have a new destination in 2025, which is Spain. So one tour there, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that in a few later slides. So we are an Irish-owned company, like I said. One of the things too is that we don't have optional extras on our guided vacations. So we are predominantly a guided vacation company. So essentially kind of what you think. So motor coach touring, maximum of 44 passengers. And we have, quite a few different tours that are in the offering. We also do offer a couple of other experiences as well, but it all falls sort of under that guided vacation, guided or escorted holiday type of umbrella. Our hotel quality and locations, we obviously do have 4-star or higher, unless it makes more sense to be closer to, let's say, Cliffs of Moher, where we actually use a 3-star hotel because of its location. Also, too, and certainly in some of our more rural stops, obviously, there may not necessarily be a 4-star hotel. So we obviously try to pick and choose, based on location, charm, all of those sorts of things. We do have a guest satisfaction rating of 95% on our post-trip surveys. And we have office locations. Our North America office is in Morristown, New Jersey. We also, of course, have our global headquarters in Dublin. We have a little satellite office in London, England. And for those of you who are wondering, I am in Calgary, Alberta. Well, I say that, but I spend a lot of time in all other parts and reaches in Canada. So here's the 4 different types of travel that we do offer. Of course, the guided vacations, so 45 guided motor coach tours, 44 passengers maximum, and then our small group departures. So some of our tours we do offer as a small group departure, which is 26 guests, and that is on the full-size coach. So I kind of call it like everybody gets a window seat. We also do offer custom private driver vacations. That's for groups of 9 passengers or less. And yes, we can absolutely do one person. We offer this in Ireland, Britain, Iceland, and Italy. And we'll see how how Spain does in 2025, and then hopefully in 26, we'll also offer it in Spain as well. And then we have our independent adventures, which is in Ireland only. These are self-drive vacations, so car rental, but it is something that we still design. We still book the hotels for you. The insurance is included. You're still under that CIE Tours umbrella. We will plan, help you curate some of the sightseeing tours, everything along those lines. So everything that you're seeing here, it's not just, oh, here's your car rental. There's no FIT or, okay, well, we'll set up a driver for you and you just, call them every morning and tell them what you want to do. These are curated, bespoke, customized, fully escorted guided vacations. I did want to put a picture of this because this is our document. So yes, I know, isn't it great? I love this. So we are still very much, and trust me, this is not well, I better not say trust me, it's never going anywhere. Careful what you say. But this is our document. So they get a knapsack, they get an internal, there's a pouch inside made of the same material that has some, the actual itinerary and documents and some guides for the destinations that you're going to. As you can see, a luggage strap, water bottle, that little blue pouch in the middle is actually a little rain poncho, luggage tags, and the little orange box is a plug converter for your destination. So I love this. Your clients love this. And I will let you know in the Canadian market, these are going directly to your clients and they should arrive about 10 to 14 days prior to their departure. Now, if you are in a storefront and would prefer to have these come to your storefront, and then you call up your client and you do sort of that old-fashioned, I love it, document review, please feel free to let us know that you want it delivered to the storefront, and then you can pass it on to your clients from there. So here's our portfolio. As you can see, a majority of our tours are in Ireland. Of course, We do have combination country tours, so Scotland, Ireland, and Britain, Ireland. So the total itineraries, and there's our one lovely little Spain, and I'll chat about that in a moment. So total itineraries going into 2025 is 45 itineraries. So as you can see, very much a niche brand, very much, very specialized. And I'm really, really very excited about our new destinations and our new tours this year. So who are you going to sell CIE Tours to? And I know that, we kind of get this question quite often. We often get like, what's your average age and everything? Our average age is 54, but we really do kind of get everything from 8 to 80. It really does depend on what your clients are looking for. But our core audiences really break down into 4 different groups of travelers. Our heritage seekers, so those people who are looking to connect to the culture and lifestyle that is of their family ancestry. Of course, here in the Canadian market, there's a lot of people who have, British or Irish roots. I think deep down inside, all of us feel a wee bit of Irish anyway. But these guided tours are definitely for those people who are wanting to kind of go back to, the motherland, as it were, and be able to sort of get that feeling and see, where their great-grandparents perhaps came from. We also have our dream chasers. So these are, I'm not crazy about the term bucket list, but I think that so many people have an idea of, what they want and some of the things that they want to pursue, whether it be in their retirement, perhaps it's, after the kids are gone. But, there's a lot of people now who want to take the kids on a trip and have it be something, a little more than maybe just, a beach holiday. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love myself a good beach holiday. But for those people who are maybe wanting to have that experience as a family. So they kind of feel an attachment and they want to be able to check off those certain trips off of their, their bucket list, as it were. Those knowledge questers. So travel for them is about finding deeper knowledge, learning about new cultures and experiences, and those people who are craving firsthand. So they've seen something in a movie, or they have heard something, in the news, or they've seen something online, and they're thinking, I want to know more about that particular destination. I want to know the background on that. And then these are the people who are taking our tours, just looking for extra context and perspective into something that they find quite interesting. And then there's, of course, those who want to explore their DNA. So they would rather immerse themselves, into these experiences. They probably have seen on their family tree or heard from, their grandparents, like when their grandparents came on over into Canada. And so these are the people who are seeking that, but they don't necessarily want to do it with with a backpack on their back. They want to have something a little bit more in depth. So new tours coming in 2025. So here's the exciting part. So we have 4 new tours in 2025. Of course, I've already mentioned Spain, and that is the best of Spain. We have a new one in Italy, which is the classic Sicily. So this is actually Sicily as a standalone product. I'm very excited. I'm actually going to do this tour in November just to kind of check it out. I'm so excited. I haven't been to Sicily in probably about 27 years old. I hate to say that, but I'm very much looking forward to it. And I will give you guys all the inside scoop once I return. Very excited about having Sicily because it's not often that, a guided vacation company offers Sicily as a standalone product. So I'm very excited about that. And then our Irish Supreme, which we've actually had before, but we are bringing it back in 2025. And this is a 5-star, more luxe style of motor coach tour. And then lastly, our Dublin Day Tripper, which is one of our part of our Day Tripper series, which I'm also going to chat with you about. So best of Spain, it starts in Madrid and ends in Barcelona. So you're going to have 2 nights in Madrid, sightseeing in Cordoba, 2 nights in Sevilla, one night in Granada and one night in Valencia, and then into Barcelona for the end of the tour. This is a 4- and 5-star vacation. Essentially what that means is that we have a mix of 4- and 5-star. Obviously, Spain is a little bit of a bigger country than we're used to, so we wanted to make sure that we were getting, as much content as we possibly could, but without it making your clients feel like we were dragging them through Spain. So we definitely decided to do this route, which then also makes sure that there's enough stops and sightseeing along the way so that there's never a point in time where they're spending, 2.5 hours on board the coach. That's no fun. So lots of sightseeing, lots of stops, lots of opportunities to really take in the sights and sounds of this route in Spain. So next is our wonderful classic Sicily. So this one is 8 days, 13 meals. It is a 4-star vacation. So meaning that all of the hotels are going to be 4-star. So you start in Palermo and as well as end in Palermo. So it does do, full roundabout circumnavigation, I guess, of the entire island of Sicily. So starting off 2 nights in Palermo, taking in Trapani, Marsala, staying 1 night in Agrigento, and then cutting across and taking in 3 nights in Taormina. And let me tell you, the resort there is beautiful, overlooking the ocean. I love Taormina. I'm a little bit biased. Taormina is a little slice of heaven on earth. I would hope that the retirement gods would be able to send me there. However, I might have to work a little bit more, a few more years before I get to that point. The reason we're staying in Taormina rather than a lot of tour operators stay in Giardini Naxos, which is just a little bit further down the coast. And it is beautiful there. In Giardini Naxos, sunsets and it's just gorgeous. However, it tends to be a little bit more resort there. As one of my Dublin colleagues called it, a spade and bucket type of destination. So I'm sure that what he's referring to is, families and everybody hanging out on the beach and, sort of expats coming in and going on a beach holiday. Whereas Taormina is just a little bit more than that. So you're going to be staying, like I said, in the resort that overlooks the ocean. It's got cafes and wonderful food and the ocean and cobblestone streets. And it's just a notch above, like what, I wish I could describe it perfectly, but it's just a little notch above. So I think that your clients will be very pleased, and I'm certainly going to be very pleased, and even more so pleased that I'm going to be experiencing it coming up in a couple of months. From there, we're going to take in Messina, which I think is a lovely city. It's actually where the hydrofoils land for when you go out to the Stromboli Islands. And then we will continue on into Cefalù. And then last night, the finale ends in 1 night in Palermo. So beautiful itinerary. I think this is going to be a wonderful seller for us and as well for you. And then, of course, our beautiful Irish Supreme. So this is strictly a 5-star vacation. As you can see, it's 9 days. Every hotel is going to be 5-star. This is only a small group departure, so 26 passengers maximum. And this one is going to be obviously on the full-size coach. So again, everybody gets a window seat. And we will be staying, again, in 5-star hotels. So this one starts off 2 nights in Dublin. Continuing out, we will stay 1 night in Dromoland Castle, which is gorgeous. Absolutely, it's a dream. When you roll up to it, it looks, I do apologize. I know I've got the text box over top of it, but it is so beautifully, especially if you roll up in the evening and it's lit up and absolutely gorgeous. So your clients will definitely be getting a castle stay. And then Cliffs of Moher, Killarney, 2 nights in Killarney, taking in the Ring of Kerry, night in Cork and night in Kilkenny. And then, of course, all the wonderful sightseeing along the way. And I just realized I did that in reverse, so I apologize. So actually it starts off 2 nights in Dublin, heading Kilkenny, Cork, Killarney, Dromoland Castle, and then back into Dublin or Westboro House for the last night. Sorry for that. And this one is beautiful. Like I said, 26 passenger maximum, 5-star all the way. Wonderful meals included, experiences included. And of course, anytime that you're looking at a smaller group, it gives you a little bit more of ease than something double the size. So even though it is still on the full-size motor coach, you kind of get a little bit more time, things move out just a smidge bit quicker when you're only having 26 people, but it is still a very leisurely tour, taking in really, the wonderful parts of Ireland. And then lastly, for brand new this year is our Dublin Day Tripper. Day Tripper is a brand new, well, new-ish series for us, but I do want to touch on it even past the Dublin and really kind of give those of you who perhaps don't sell motor coach touring or don't really have a client base that's all that interested in it, for the Dublin Day Tripper. So 6 days, 9 meals. It is a 4-star vacation. You're actually located in the Trinity Hotel, which is one of my favorites. Great location. And it looks very, I don't know how to describe it. I hate to say it looks very Irish, because that doesn't really mean anything necessarily. It reminds me, like, when you go into the lobby, there's kind of like the big Waterford crystal chandelier, and it's got candelabras, and it's got high back chairs, and it looks very classic. I guess that's probably the best way to describe it. And the location is wonderful. So this particular, and like all of our day trippers, it is a hub and spoke. So you do spend those 5 nights in Dublin, and then we do day trips out from there. So we're going to do Howth, we're going to do Kildare, Glendalough, and sort of all the wonderful things in between. So it really gives an opportunity for those people who have either done motor coach touring and have decided that that's maybe not for them any longer, or for people who are, I don't really feel so inclined to. I mean, personally, I love going to a new city, every couple of nights. I love that whole experience. Having said that, I know there's lots of people who are like, not for me, don't want to drag my suitcase through Ireland. So I get it. However, so this is what we've come up with to sort of give an alternative for those clients. Oh, there's the Trinity. Now, I believe I actually did there's the front lobby with the, the crystal and the high back chairs and everything. So lovely hotel. So I did want to talk to you a little bit more about that Day Tripper collection, because we are certainly featuring it more, and it does seem to have a bit of an uptick in popularity. And I always say that this is perfect for those people who are getting their clients either, how about this, like a cruise client. And I know like so many of the cruise lines absolutely say, only unpack once and all of that. And it gives people that reliability and that security that they're going back to their room, the same room that they were in the night before. Absolutely. I totally get that. Hang up your clothes in the closet, put your toothbrush by the sink. This is your home base. And I do agree. I think that's quite nice. It's also great for those people who perhaps have already done the motor coach touring. They're not necessarily, well, motor coach touring isn't for me, because obviously you are going on a motor coach to do your daily sightseeing. But perhaps they've kind of reached a point in their life where maybe, they've kind of been there, done that. Maybe, their idea now is to have a home base and be able to have something a little bit more leisurely, where they can certainly, opt in and out, because you're going to be staying in the same place every night, and maybe have a little bit more free time, or a little bit more, one tourist experience a day. For those clients who are cruise clients, well, if you're going to be looking at, Ireland or England or, obviously the Mediterranean from the coastline, why don't you go in and do the land tour and get that immersive? So I think that this would serve really, really well for a pre or a post for those cruise clients. So we do have a good collection in the Day Tripper collection. So of course, new in 2025 will be the Dublin Day Tripper. We have the Ireland South Day Tripper, which is on the west side of the island, based in Adair for the 7 nights. We have the Scottish Day Tripper, which is based in Glasgow and staying at the Grosvenor Hotel. Now, for those of you who know me for a long time, I've obviously spent quite a bit of time in Scotland, just outside of Glasgow, but the Grosvenor was one of those places that, you would walk by and think, wow, someday maybe I can afford a drink in their lobby. And now we have a tour that's 6 days spending in the Grosvenor Hotel. Of course, we have our London day tripper. And just to keep things interesting, we also do have one in Tuscany, but we call that one the Tuscan Treasures, including Cinque Terre. And the reason why we call it that is because this is a little bit more, a little bit of a tick up, a little more chef's kiss for Tuscany. So we don't stay in Florence. We stay just outside of Florence in Montecatini Terme, which is a spa city. We stay in a beautiful hotel, spa hotel there. And then we do day trips out from there, including Cinque Terre. So taking, motor coach out there, but beyond that, we have some experiences. We have farm to table experience just outside of Montecatini. We do Lucca, we do Pisa. Of course, we spend a day in Florence and taking in all of the wonderful things, all the arts and Duomo and everything that is so beautiful about Florence. We do truffle hunting, which in my opinion, I think is very authentic. It is a little rustic. I always tell people that, but this is somebody that our product team had found, and with the dogs and out in the Tuscan countryside, searching up those truffles, and then of course being able to have those with dinner that night. So beautiful day tripper collection. Obviously rounding out with the new Dublin day tripper in 2025. So keep these in mind, certainly for those clients who maybe want a land experience, but maybe don't want that motor coach experience. So I do want to touch on our group travel because we have some promotions that are coming up. So obviously we do groups. Groups is a fairly large part of our business, and we certainly offer groups as a either scheduled or customized, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that now. So you will be assigned a group specialist. So here's how it works. We will put together a proposal for you. The groups team will notify me that they've sent the group proposal to you, and I'm probably going to reach out and say, hey, what do you think? There's always a 50-50 co-op for marketing, for sales, advertising. If you want to do, an evening talking about your group, if you wanted to do it, in a webinar format, I feel like I'm much better in person than I am on a Zoom call. And maybe people are like, okay, I'm tired of Zoom. But obviously, if you have clients far and wide, that might be the best. There's always a booking bonus available for you as the agent, commitment benefit if you book early. And we can certainly do, obviously, any of the marketing, assist you with the marketing, custom-made flyers. If you wanted to, do social media, we can certainly assist with that as well. So group option number 1 is the shared group. So basically your clients come in, they have an idea, maybe it's a large family or something along those lines, and we can do it shared group. Choose something out of the brochure, out of our 45 tours, and off we go. It is ready for immediate sale, so we're not having to check on availability other than is there room on the coach. We're not having to seek out hotels, special hotels, or perhaps you have clients who want a castle stay or a group that wants a castle stay or something like that. Right out of the brochure, off we go. Just to let you know, tour conductor is at 16 passengers. However, our groups is 10 passengers or more, and you do get a half a tour conductor at 10. So right from the start, you're already getting a seat at 50%. Group option number 2 is a private group. So it's similar benefits, but obviously they're going to be on their own coach. It is tiered pricing for the number of passengers. So truly, this is a case of the more the merrier. So better pricing, the more passengers you get. Obviously, you can invest that back into the tour. You take that as commission, whatever you would prefer. Same thing, tour conductors at 16 passengers, but you do get the half at 10. Then we've also got private custom groups where we are designing that group. Perhaps your client has come in and said, it's a specialty group. I want to do an Outlander tour. I want to do a golf group. I want to do a church group. something along those lines. And of course, we can certainly build that and customize that for your specific group. This is net pricing and tiered based on the number of passengers traveling. So please keep in mind, and we do remind you, it is net pricing. So don't forget to take your markup. So all you need is 10 passengers. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have, if you're thinking, gosh, I've never done a group, like sounds hard. It isn't hard. It's just that, you know, it does take a little bit of elbow grease to kind of get it going, but I am here to help you as well as your group coordinator to really make this successful for you. So that is group travel. I also wanted to touch on the third of our 4 different styles of travel, which is our private driver vacations. And this is a custom curated bespoke journey that you and your clients can create. We are more than happy to offer suggestions and to assist. It is for 9 passengers or less. We use Mercedes in our fleet. So if you have 1 or 2 passengers, it's a Mercedes sedan. 3 to 6 passengers, we'll use the Mercedes minivan, and then anything larger than that, 9 passengers, up to 9 passengers, we actually use the Sprinter, the Mercedes Sprinter coach. It is the coach with the center aisle, not bench seating, so nobody has to climb over the other person, stack up your bags in the back. It is the center aisle. Perfect for multi-generational travel, perfect for families obviously wanting to travel together, because obviously there's no restrictions necessarily other than, you know, car seats and insurance and things like that. So children can travel. It's great for those, you know, golfer groups. Maybe there's, you know, 3 couples that have always dreamed of doing a golf vacation together. They golf together all the time, and now they want to, you know, take it on the road, as it were. We do have access to castles. We have access to you know, special stays. We can certainly book tea times. Obviously, this is a full booked, curated experience. So it does include driver guide, hotels, as well as sightseeing experiences, and then whatever interest that your client has, whether it be golf or farm to table or whiskey tasting or whatever it is, we can certainly make most of that happen. So kind of whatever your clients can imagine, or whatever you and your clients can imagine, we can probably make it come to pass. And then we have our Traveler's Choice, which is our independent adventures. And this is a self-drive. So same idea as a guided vacation. So it's not like, okay, here's your car rental, off you go. Good luck, have fun. This is a designed journey for your clients. So they have the freedom of having their own vehicle. However, we will book the hotel. So if there's somewhere in particular that they want to stay, if they want to have a castle stay, or if they want to have one particular castle stay, or perhaps they want to just, you know, stay in a village that, you know, they know that their parents have, you know, come from or spent some time, or maybe their grandparents or even their great grandparents. Certainly that is a possibility. Also too, where they have, you know, particular interests. Maybe there's something, you know, you have a group of people who are interested in falconry, or they want to go to the Irish stud farm because, you know, they're really into horses and things like that. So we can really curate a journey that's based on their interests, and then also giving them the freedom of having their own vehicle. Just so you know, in 2025, we will no longer be using B&Bs in Ireland. And I'm sorry, I do apologize. This is available in Ireland only. We will no longer be using those B&Bs. Essentially, we received notification probably about maybe almost 6 months ago that B&B, remember with the vouchers and everything, are no longer working with the trades any longer. Which is fair enough. Obviously, you know, I would guess with some of the rise of some of those, you know, self-book, and I'm sure you all know the names, they are just preferring to work direct, which is fine. We have lots of hotels and manor homes and cottages and castles that we can pick from. So I don't think we are all that concerned. They can do their thing, and we can certainly have a wide range of product to offer to your clients. So do want to touch on the travel agent portal for you. If you are already have a login and everything, great, fantastic. This is a great resource for you. And, just kind of, I'll try to go through this quickly. I'm not going to go online. I'm not doing a live demonstration. I'm not even going to run you through it. But if you haven't already signed up for the travel agent portal, it is bookings.cietours.com. As soon as you go in there and click on login, it's going to come back and say, this, are you a travel agent? Obviously, you're going to click on yes. You can create an account. And from there, you go right into your dashboard. So the dashboard is here. It's going to tell you all your bookings. It's going to tell you if you've deposited. It's going to tell you when the final payment is. It's going to give you the reservation number, the lead passenger, all of those sorts of things. In addition, it's going to tell you, you can look in here, find your any of your resources that you need in the education center. So if you need pictures for social media, they're in here. Our videos are in here. Our education center, we are almost finished in our upgrades. So there should be some new educational sessions available for you probably shortly after Labor Day. So that's always good as well. In addition, I'd say probably one of the most important things is that little chat button at the bottom. Yes, it takes you to a live person, not a bot. You don't have to have a bot trying to figure out what you're asking for. It actually goes to our reservation team in our Morristown, New Jersey office. So yes, real people, and they monitor the chat so they can, it's really great if you didn't want to call in for just something like, does this tour stop here, right? I mean, you can go in, you can ask inventory, you can, get a quick answer on the chat and carry on with your day, do other things while you're waiting. So that's our travel agent portal. That's, like I said, I wasn't going to go delve too deep into it. If you need some help with it, if you're wondering how it works or anything, again, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to set aside a little one-to-one time, and I can walk you through it. No problem. It's very user-friendly though. So, feel free to, you can't break it. So feel free to, create your login and go in and give it a go. So I do want to quickly go through current promotions, because really the point for me on a webinar is always to talk about the product and our new features and our new, all the wonderful things about CIE. I don't feel like all of you want a big old commercial, so I'll be quick on this one, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this. So this one is the early bird discount. It ends in a few days. So if you have clients who are like, maybe you have something under quote right now, remember this is still ongoing. So saving up to $1,200 on our 2025 tours. So it's for travel all of 2025. There's no blackout dates. And obviously it's ending in a few days. We always have a promotion on as far as our last minute deals, which is saving up to 15%. All you have to do is go into the portal, check or click under the promotions tab, and then you can go in and see what is available. Past guest credit offer. We do offer this to people who have traveled with CIE Tours previously. So it's $150 per person on any guided vacation or private driver. 75 on any traveler's choice, so the self-drive in Ireland, and combinable with any active promotions. So we are always going to give that to them regardless of what's going on. So coming up after the long weekend, can you believe it's Labor Day? Where does the time go? Where did the summer go? But we still have lots of wonderful things left going on. So new group promotion starts September 3rd, and that is earning up to $600. So it's a group booking bonus, and it is running until November 27th, and it is on all of our guided vacations for groups of 10 or more in 2025. This should be coming out to you, this flyer should be coming out to you either in a CIE marketing email, which I believe went out today, and I will also be sending a new newsletter next week as well. New private driver promotion. So saving up to $1,000 per person when you're booking a 2025. Oh, I'm sorry, I put 2024. Well, that makes no sense. 2025 is the booking or the travel window on that. Two travelers, $5,000 land only is the minimum spend. And trust me, on a private driver, that would probably be pretty easy to do. So saving up to $1,000, and that one's running from September 3rd to November 27th. And then last week, we have our 2-for-1 airfare sale. This one starts September 3rd, is only running until the end of September, and is for travel in the first part of 2000. Again, my brain is stuck in 2024. My apologies, people. That is 2025. So we have 17 select itineraries where we will be able to provide 2-for-1 airfare sale, and it's for our destinations. So everything except Italy and Spain. So Ireland, Scotland, England, and Iceland, and certainly available for you. And if you want more information on that, if you want the list of tours that are included in this sale, again, feel free to reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to send it out. Like I said, I believe marketing actually did send it out today. If not, it would be tomorrow. And in addition, yeah, so that is our airfare sale that's coming up. And that brings me to the end. I think I've done all right. I try to keep it brief so that there's enough time if you have any questions. There's me on the bottom. And of course, all the phone numbers for our contact center. So I will obviously leave this screen up while we go through some of our questions.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. That was a great presentation with so many great different options there for our travel agents to be booking. I loved all the interjections that you put of places that you've been and what you have found most beautiful. I think that's always super helpful for everybody, and it just makes everything so much more real within the presentation. So thanks for including all of that. We definitely have some questions. There's some in the Q&A, there's some in the chat. We'll definitely try to get to all of them. We had some awesome comments in the chat too, like Jacqueline was saying, my first personal trip to Iceland was with CIE last winter, and it was wonderful. And she's very excited about all your new tours coming up. And we have, yeah, lots of agents saying how much their clients have loved CIE Tours. So thank you again.
Well, thank you. That is lovely. I love hearing that, and it makes me so pleased. You know, obviously I'm very biased, and I love CIE Tours more than anything. I feel like I won the job lottery, but it's so nice to hear that so many people are enjoying it.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so first question we have comes from Lita, and she's asking about marketing materials. So for those of our in our advisor community that are looking for marketing materials to market to their clients, do you offer anything? Can they contact you for that?
Absolutely. So as I said, in our travel agent portal, we actually do have a library. It falls under the resources tab. And in there, you can find our logo there if you wanted to, you know, certainly attach that. We do have our picture library as well too, which is very suitable for social media. If there was something that you wanted to do, perhaps, obviously, if you are doing a group, we will certainly provide flyers for that. But if there is something that perhaps you saw within, you know, something in one of my newsletters, perhaps, where maybe I always do send customizable flyers as well too in all of my newsletters. So whatever the promotion is, it is customizable PDF, so you can go in and add your agency information, and you can use that as you wish. But if there was something that you were, you know, kind of had in mind for, or, you know, wanted to sort of, you know, bounce it off me and see what we can do, absolutely send me an email or give me a call. Generally speaking, our marketing team is more than happy to offer assistance. and be able to provide some material for you. So yes, I wouldn't necessarily say the sky's the limit, but there's always something. And I would say that, you know, certainly our marketing team is very creative, and every once in a while I get an idea or two. So yeah, bounce them off of me and let's see what we can make happen.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. Okay, I'm going to move back and forth from the chat to the Q&A just to see if I can do these in order a bit. Lynette is asking on the day trippers, do you travel with the same people each day on the tours?
Absolutely. So this is exactly like a scheduled tour. It's just that you happen to be in the same city and same hotel every night, but it is the same group of people. So the people that you see at the breakfast in the morning, those are the people that get on the motor coach with you every day. So yes, it's not we don't sell it like a la carte or FIT. So it is the same people every day.
Awesome. And then I guess to go along with that question, this might have answered that already, but just to be sure, are these date specific, the day trippers, or can you start any day of the week?
No, they are date specific, and all of the dates are in the portal, or you can obviously find them. You can inquire with the res team. But yes, they are all available, and they are calendar dates. So let's say, you know, for example, the 6th, the 12th, the 18th, etc.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for that. And Joanne is asking in regards to the day trippers as well, do the dates work out with combining Scotland with the Ireland dates? Is that a possibility?
Yes, they do. Except that you know what, I will say this, but it seems to I may have it mixed up. I think that you would need to do Scotland first, and then it's like a day and a half to do, then you would go over and do Dublin. I think if it's the other way around, I think it doesn't work out quite as well. But yes, you can combine them. And we can also, if there's like, let's say you do one week and then you want to do, you know, take your time going from Glasgow to over into Dublin, for example. We can also provide for those like pre and post, those few days in between, and then you can start a second tour. So not a problem. We can make a complete booking for you.
Okay, great. And Joanne's asking as a follow-up, can you do that with other tours as well, as opposed to just the day trippers? Excellent. Thank you. Donna is asking about airport transfers. Are they included or are they available for purchase through CIE Tours as well?
So if you book our air, of course they are included, but they're only included. So if there's a pre or a post, then we provide a different transfer service at an additional cost. However, if you fly in using our air, fly in on the day, obviously the tour starts, and come back, they are included. Otherwise, if you're just doing land only, and I know lots of people do that, there is a charge. It is dependent on destination, on city, but it is available, certainly. So it's not insane. I would say, you know, I'm going to say average-ish, $75 or so per person for the for the transfer. And it is obviously done by CIE Tours or CIE Tours representative.
Excellent. Thank you for that answer. Okay, switching back over to the Q&A, Lynette is asking, are the day tripper tours included in the 2025 promo?
The day tripper tours are, yes. Yes, they are. It's all of our tours in 2025. So if you have one in mind and you want to get that early booking discount, you got to book now. So keep that in mind.
Okay, great. Thank you. Jacqueline is asking, as much as we love your travel packs, do you offer different travel goodies for repeat clients?
We don't. We do try to change them up a little bit every year, but you know,
I mean, they're great. They are great.
They're fabulous. So
yes.
I know that I just ordered one a few weeks ago, and I do notice that it's so we upgraded our material to be more environmentally friendly. So it's like plastic bottles and everything like that. And I do notice that while it's the same design, it does have like a different look and feel. But yeah, I think last year we changed the water bottle. This year, I don't think anything's changing. So they'll have a collection. I'll see them on
Yes.
eBay.
It's good. It's well, and it's great for gifts and things like that
Yeah.
as well. And yeah, we can always use that stuff. So thank you. Okay, we have two final questions here. This first one is from Donna, and she's asking, do you actually stay overnight in the Rustboro house?
Yes, on the Irish Supreme, we do.
Awesome.
And that's of course the one that I was describing, which is a 5-star, very leisurely, very sort of a little bit more upscale journey. That one we absolutely do. Now, on our private, so anything that you customize, we do have access to be able to have your clients stay there on a custom tour.
Okay. Great. Excellent. That sounds fabulous. And then for our last question, from Lynette, we have, is there a discount for booking multiple tours within the same trip?
There is. So we offer back-to-back discount, which is, so obviously if you're booking 2 tours or more, we offer, it depends on the tour, but it is either $100 or $150 per person. And that is also
Awesome.
combinable.
Great. Great, great, great. Well, thank you very much, Jennifer. I think that is the end of all our questions for today. Before we close out, again, I want to thank you and CIT Tours for being here with us and sharing with our travel agent community. I also want to thank all the travel agents that are on the call that have been with us today to learn more here. And thank you for all your questions as well. Jennifer, do you have anything you would like to add before we close out for today?
No, I will just say my thank yous as well. Obviously, the travel agent community has been a big, huge part of my life for, I won't even admit how many years. And so I thank you all once again for your continued support. Feel free to reach out anytime if you need me.
Excellent. Thank you so much. We've got lots of agents saying, thank you so much, Jennifer. I learned a lot, very useful information, excellent information. So thanks again. And congrats to everybody who's still on the call, because you are now eligible to win the $50 Amazon gift card. That is the prize attached to today's webinar. So stay tuned for the follow-up email where we will be announcing the prize winner. And you'll also get a link to the recording of today's webinar, which will be posted on our YouTube channel as well, on Travelweek's YouTube channel. Thanks again, everybody, and have a great rest of day. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks, Jennifer. Bye-bye.